I've got the top 10 relief pitchers in fantasy baseball coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello sports fans and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. I'm going to count down the top 10 relief pitchers that you should target in your upcoming fantasy baseball drafts. If you like this content, please smash that like button, and a special thanks goes to all of our subscribers who have been watching these videos, as you now account for 26% of all viewers. To the other 74% of viewers that haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so as it helps me create these videos for you. Also, leave a comment on a player that you think deserves to be on this list. This episode is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy Sports. Use the promo code BEATTHEODDS to double your first deposit up to $250. And first-time users get a free square, like tonight. If you bet on LeBron to score 1 point and he does, then you win. Now let's get this started with number 10. We have Alexis Diaz. Last season, he had 9 wins, 37 saves, 86 strikeouts, 3.07 ERA, and a 1.19 whip. The younger Diaz brother paved his way to his own fantasy stardom, striking out an astonishing 34.8% of batters last season. At 94.5 miles an hour, he doesn't possess an electric fastball, but he has a wipeout slider that batters hit 155 against last season, and it accounted for 56 of his 86 strikeouts. His job is secure in the Reds' pen, and he should be a lock for 30 saves this season. Over to number 9 we go. We have David Bednar. 3 wins last season, 39 saves, 80 strikeouts, 2.00 ERA, 1.1 whip. Bednar was one of the only bright spots in the Pittsburgh organization. If there was a slim lead late in the game, you knew that he was going to make his way to the mound to close it out. He posted solid strikeout percentages while hitters struggled to get around on his 97-mile-per-hour fastball. The Pirates won't score many runs again this season, so it's safe to assume that Bednar will get plenty of save chances once again. Over to number 8, we have Rhysglaas. Last season, he had 5 wins, 33 saves, 68 strikeouts, 2.75 ERA, and a 1.19 whip. The 34-year-old Iglesias might be nearing the end of his dominance, but he's going to be closing games for the powerful Atlanta squad. He doesn't blow away hitters with his fastball anymore. Rather, he uses his filthy changeup and lethal slider to induce swings and misses at an alarming rate. If he can continue his mastery of his off-speed pitches, Rhysglaas should repeat his performance from last season. Let's go to number 7. We have Jordan Romano. Last season he had 5 wins, 36 saves, 72 strikeouts, 2.90 ERA, and a 1.22 whip. Despite a couple of rough patches during the season, fan favorite Romano had a pretty good season closing games for the Jays. He has become more reliant on his slider to put away hitters after being primarily a fastball pitcher throughout his career. There's a lot of bite to that slider, which makes it difficult for hitters to be able to square it up. Expect Romano to be near the top of the save leaderboard again this season. Let's go to number 6. We have Dval. Last season he had 6 wins, 39 saves, 87 strikeouts, 2.93 ERA, and a 1.14 whip. Dval sometimes struggles with walks, but when you strike out 31% of the batters that you face, you can turn a bit of a blind eye to those extra walks. He has one of the hardest fastballs amongst closers on this list. At 100 miles per hour with cuts, he can get a lot of swing throughs with that pitch. Batters are hitting a mere 175 against it and 173 against his wipeout slider. If Dval can commit to those 2 pitches more, we could see another level from him this season. Let's go to number 5. We have Duran. Last season he had 3 wins, 27 saves, 84 strikeouts, 2.45 ERA, and a 1.14 whip. You don't want to be in the box facing this guy. With a fastball that averages almost 102 miles an hour, it makes it difficult to see, much less turn around. His split finger pitch is decent, and he's a lights-out curveball that batters hit 159 on. He struggles with command at times, but that's not really uncommon amongst pitchers who throw 100+ miles an hour on a regular basis. To number 4 we go. We have Emanuel. Last season he had 3 wins, 44 saves, 64 strikeouts, 3.22 ERA, and a 1.16 whip. You're going to get really one of 2 pitches from Class A, either a 100-mile-an-hour cutter or a 91-mile-an-hour slider. Most hitters are geared up for the cutter, but he will still miss a lot of bats with that pitch. Hitters are just 190 on the slider, and despite throwing it 358 times last season, not even one of those pitches left the yard. Class A induces more contact than you'd like to see from a closer, but he's going to be amongst the lead leaguers in saves again this season. Let's go to number 3. We have Edwin Diaz. He didn't play last season because he was out with a knee injury, but I hope we haven't forgotten about how dominant Edwin Diaz was back in 2022. He threw his slider 58.1% of the time, and it was swung through 54.7% of the time. Hitters hit only 114 on that pitch. He amassed 88 strikeouts with it. That's an evil pitch, and it's making a return again this season. It's going to cause hitters to panic all season long. Let's hope Diaz returns to form after his year away rehabbing that knee. Over to number 2 we go. We have Josh Hader. Last season he had 2 wins, 33 saves, 85 strikeouts, a 1.28 ERA, and a 1.10 whip. You're looking at the newly minted closer for the Houston Astros. Hader is untouchable. Wild, as his 13% walk rate would attest, but simply untouchable. He has had a 36.8 strikeout percentage, which is down for him, as he logged seasons over 40% in the past. Facing him, you're really hoping for a free pass, because if you have to try and make contact, you've got a 15.6% chance of getting a positive outcome. Hader is just that filthy. And last but not least, we have Devin Williams. Last season, he had 8 wins, 36 saves, 87 strikeouts, 1.53 ERA, and a 0.92 whip. If you were to poll hitters across the league and ask them who has the best changeup, many would say it would be Devin. When hitters had successfully hit it only 13 times in 549 attempts, it's not hard to see why they would say that. It carries a 41.3 inch of drop and a 19.8 inch of break, which has created some very interesting swing paths against that pitch. That changeup of Devin Williams is going to go down as one of the best changeups the game has ever seen. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video and of course subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I am going to sign off for now, but I'm going to catch you guys on our next episode.